Now every time I see this game's name pop up, no one actually goes and says it and calls it by its full name. So I'm going to give this game the respect it deserves and call it by its full name. And that is Nier Replicant version 1.2 trillion 400 no 200 billion. Let's start again. Nier Replicant version 1.2247444. Nier Replicant what is it, version? How do they actually want the game to be called? Version or version? I'm guessing it's gonna be version, but Nier Replicant doesn't really work, so it have to be version. But then again, the name's longer then, so people, we're just gonna call the game Nier. What's going on, people? It's your boy D-Buck, and welcome to my new series where I will be showcasing, somewhat reviewing the latest games that I get my hands on. And today's game that we'll be talking about is obviously going to be... Now I want to start off by saying a massive thank you to the people at Square Enix who have provided us with this game, and I must admit I am very excited to play this game because it's a game that is very near to my heart. Like near to my heart, because obviously the game's called Nier, and I was trying to, it was a play of words, but if you didn't get that, you need to pause this video and go buy yourself a sense of humor. Now let's begin. Now, what is Nier Replicant version 1.2? It's an updated version of Nier Replicant previously only released in Japan. Discover the one-of-a-kind prequel of the critically acclaimed masterpiece Nier Automata. Now with a modern upgrade, experience masterfully refined visual, a fascinating storyline, and much more. The protagonist in this game is a kind young man living in a remote village in order to save his sister Yona, who fell terminally ill to the black scroll. He sets out with Grimoire Waste, a strange talking book, to search for the sealed verses. Experience the Nier Replicant story for the first time in the West through the eyes of the protagonist as a brother. So the most important aspect that I do want to cover first is the gameplay. Nier Replicant, with its updated graphics, 60 frames per second, feels very smooth. At never one point did I feel a drop of frames despite a lot of action in the screen. The magic and combat felt very fluid, allowing you to do endless combos as well as add in non-stop magic. The game pretty much plays like your typical JRPG, which allows you to customize your character's magic skills, weapons with the power of words. Fight back dreadful enemies, uniquely customized blend of swordplay and powerful magic. The game also introduces you to a number of characters where it slowly builds up each character, so you have somewhat more of a connection. However, the one thing that Nier Replicant really excels is the excellent music. A memorizing iconic soundtrack newly recorded by Nier Automata's composer. The music fits in the Nier world perfectly, and sometimes you can easily sit there and listen to it for hours. However, there's a couple of things that I do want to emphasize. Unlike your previous game, this game does start very slow. It very much takes the path of a typical JRPG where everything has to get built up. Start with the smaller enemies before you get into the proper tough battles later on in the game. Where you could say Automata started like 100 miles per hour, Replicant starts on second gear and carries that on for a few hours till it eventually explodes. So when playing it, if you're used to the previous Nier game or Automata was your first game and you're feeling a bit meh about it, give it time. What Nier does do is give us a perfect balance of a wonderful world and keeps you intrigued to keep playing. The gameplay and story, as well as being complemented with a fantastic soundtrack, makes the game worthwhile playing. While some people will complain that the game is a bit slow, the game does give you hours and hours of gameplay. The game also requires a number of playthroughs to get the proper ending, which is also another incentive to keep playing. Despite its slow start, Nier Replicant version 1.2 definitely picks up and gives us another great game. You can easily keep up with the masterclass that was Nier Automata. If you're a fan of the Nier series or a fan of JRPGs in general, it's definitely a game that's worth picking up. Now that's it, people. That is the end of the discussion review, somewhat showcasing of Nier Automata version 1.2. Let me know what you guys thought. Did you like it? Are you a fan of the game? The game has been out for a few weeks, so I'm sure a lot of people have played it. Let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to try and do these type of videos once a week, so I've got a couple of games in the pipeline to review or showcase, so similar to what this video was done, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this new series. It's something that I want to do, and sometimes, you know, build somewhat of a portfolio showing my abilities to review a game. As always, remember to follow us on all our social medias in the description below, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Most importantly, hit that bell button as well to get that notification. And until next time, guys, I'm out. Peace.